Hey, hi everybody, it's the Papa from the Papa's Kitchen, and today's a little bit of a special day. I am doing a sponsored video by these folks at DREO. I don't remember the last time I did a sponsored video. I think it was the electric bike. But I'm telling you, I am totally impressed with this cooking machine. I don't know how else to describe it. DREO has made a product called the ChefMaker. Now, you've seen these types of machines advertised. I have. I've been very, very curious as to how they work and how good a job they do. But the reviews on this machine are like off the charts, and I thought I would try one, and I'm so glad I did. Now, basically what this is, it's a air fryer, it's a broiler, it's a grill, it's a toaster. I mean, you can do a number of different things with it. It even does sous vide, which is, you know, using water. I mean, it's just nuts how sophisticated this is, but it is so simple. I unboxed the thing the other day. It comes with these great, easy, I mean, I had the thing set up with these two little brochures that they sent. I had it set up in no time at all. They tell you to download an app on your phone, which I did, whether you've got Apple or Android, it doesn't matter. I put the whole thing together. I've actually been trying it out the last few days, and the learning curve was very, very quick on it. It wasn't something that I feel like, I think my mother could actually do this. That's how easy it seemed. And so I'm going to show you today a little bit on it. I'm going to cook two different things and put my dinner for tonight together. I've got some steak, some pork chops, and I've got some green beans that I'm going to cook for you. The best way I can is to just do it and show you how this thing works. In the description box at the bottom here, you're going to see a link, and DREO is having a sale, and they're also giving our viewers a discount. So I'm encouraging you, and I don't do it very often, like I said, but I'm encouraging you to click that link and get yourself one of these machines. It's really not that expensive, and I'll tell you what, it absolutely takes the guesswork, the mess work, the complication. I don't know if I'm going to pull my cast iron out again. That's how easy it was for me, and I'm anxious to show it to you. So watch the rest of this video and come along with me as we cook some food and get a dinner ready in no time at all with the DREO. Tonight I stopped and got a couple of nice pork chops from the butcher, and I'm just going to make a very simple lemon pork chop. And by the way, this is not my original recipe. I found this on the app, if you can believe it, for pork chops from DREO. So it requires for each pork chop a couple of cloves of garlic, and so let me get those ready here. And then it requires about a half a lemon each on these two pork chops. And what they told me to do as well, and they made everything so simple, these folks did, was to put on some oil. So I've got, by the way, I've got a new oil thing, and so it sprays some oil on. In fact, I'm going to use it. I've got some avocado oil here, and I'm going to spray that on there. I dried these off, spray some oil on, and then add about a half a teaspoon of paprika. Sue, I need some parsley. Can you get me some parsley, please?
Sure.
And then I need a half a teaspoon of salt, and about the same for some black pepper here. I'm going to put my garlic up on top there. And here's the parsley. And then I just like to rub that all in and get that all coated in there, sort of like this. And then we're going to turn it over and bring some of that stuff to the other side here. In fact, let me get a little bit of the oil on there. There, nice. Let's do the same here. My hands are going to be all red from the paprika. But what I like about this, as I've read it, it is not just an air fryer. It bakes, it toasts, it broils. There's a number of different settings you can have. And it even has, that's how I'm going to do these pork chops tonight. It has somewhat of a sous vide type of function to it, because it has a water reservoir here up at the top, where this particular recipe of these chops is calling for that. And while it's cooking, and we're gonna, by the way, one of the most important parts I've found out is this probe that comes with it that attaches to the computer, and I'll show you that in a second. But this is gonna go in one of these pork chops, usually the thicker one, and you wanna run it a little bit away from the bone. These are bone in. You wanna run it a little away, but you wanna run it alongside that bone, and I'll show you that. But they even tell me on the app how to do that. Oh, the other thing that I want with this soup is the sort of some lemon on here. Oh man, I think this is going to be very good. There we go. And that is ready to go. So now, what we're going to do is put it in the machine. Now I want to show you how this sort of works. And there's a number of ways you can cook with this thing, and that's what I like. I toast my toast this morning in this thing. Just put it on toaster and set the temperature. I put it up as high as it would go, and I gave it a couple 3 minutes, toasting it. In fact, halfway through, I stopped it, opened the drawer, flipped it over, and toasted the other side. It came out great. I put my peanut butter and honey on it, which is what I like in the morning. This does come with one of these grilling racks as well, but we're not doing that tonight with these. We're just going to do it on the tray. And there's a tray right inside here that you can see that this comes with. And everything lays on this, I should say. And this is just their cooking tray. That's what they call it. And that goes down right on the bottom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay my chops in there, just like this. In fact, let me put this one right here. And on this one, I'm going to, before I lay it in there, I'm going to take my little probe, and I'm going to put that in this chop, right in the center and down along the side. That's going to go into my basket. And if you can see this, it's just like, I think it's almost like magnetic. It goes right here at the top, hooks in. You'll hear it snap in here. Hang on. There it is. Clicked right in. And there the chops are, and in they go. Now what's really neat, again, I'm learning still, but what is really nice, the learning curve isn't such that you're going to be overwhelmed. It really won't be. I mean, if I can handle it, trust me, you can handle it. And on my app, on this pork chop, it told me everything. It gave me the steps and everything. It even gives me a little video of all the steps to do with all the recipe ingredients that I just showed you. I go through all the steps, and when I get through with this last step, look at this. It says for me, I don't want you to hear that because it's distracting, but it says pork chop 20 minutes to 30 minutes. Okay, they're going to figure out because the probe's in there. Send it to the device. I'm sending it to the device. There it goes. The device picked it up, said it's pork chops. I come over to the device, I hit start, and off it goes. Ensure that the tank, it reminded me. Ensure that the top tank has a little water. And so let me grab my water. Wow, I forgot.
There you go.
I forgot, and I used my filtered water. And I'm just going to put some water up on top, just like this. And there's a little reservoir up there. You might not be able to see it real well, but that's the stuff that sprays in while it's cooking. That's done. Now I it tells me calculating, and I paused it. Now I'm starting it again, and it's calculating what to do, and it's going to take off here in a second. What I also like, if you can see in there through that light, is my pork chop in there, so I can watch it. And so we're going to watch this thing go, and it's a pork chop sous vide flavor, and it's calculating, estimating how much time is left, and I'm hands off. So I'm also going to make for our dinner tonight, Sue, some green beans with it once the pork chops are done, and these go a little bit faster, so I'm saving these for the second part of this, and we're going to have a great meal. So, folks, I'm telling you, I wouldn't have normally have done this, except the curiosity got to me, and everybody's using these things, and I had to see, and I really do believe, now I'm being sponsored by this company, so I'm upfront with you, but I'm telling you, I am very impressed with the way this thing sets up, the way this thing prompts you all the way through as the user what to do next. There's no guesswork hardly at all. Really, there really isn't any at all. And it just takes all that away, and it makes life simple for you. So when you're really having one of those days and you come home, or you don't want to get all the stuff out to cook, what a way to finish off the day and still have a great meal. Now, one of the things I'm interested, because last night with that chicken thighs, I was wondering if they would be dry or whatever, but when we cut into them, I just seasoned them myself with a little, I had poultry seasoning. I put that on there, a little bit of oil, and then I got them all cooked, and once they were cooked, I had myself some barbecue sauce. I brushed that on, I put it back in, and allowed it to broil under that broiler for maybe like about a minute, and that caramelized that barbecue. I flipped it over, did the same thing on the other side, pulled it out, we plated it up, and had beautiful, delicious chicken thighs that were juicy and yet barbecued. It was just great. So we're gonna work on these pork chops, and I'll come back with you here in a minute and show you how they taste and how they look. Yeah, she's coming back to show you, Susan, it shows 18 minutes, so these will be done in 18 minutes, 2 pork chops. It just calculated what everything is inside that basket with the probe and everything else, and off we go.
What's cool is it's not noisy.
It's not noisy at all. You don't even hear the thing running.
It's almost like it's in the oven.
I know it. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
We'll watch. Okay, I sat down for about, how long was I sitting? For about 12 minutes or so, and I got notice. It's done, and I mean, I was, anyhow, quick. So I pull it out. Oh my goodness, look at there.
Whoa.
And you can hear it sizzling still.
Yep.
Now let me pull them out. And I don't need the probe anymore, so I'm going to actually take that off too. Just like that.
Yeah, don't touch it.
No, it is hot, yeah. Probe is off. And by the way, here's what else I liked the other day when I was messing with it. How easy it is to clean up. Now, I don't want all that same juice on my green beans. Just take your paper towel, go in there, just wipe it down. It comes right up, right off. It's beautiful. Just so easy. Just like that. And I'm going to put my green beans in. Now here's what I'm going to do with my green beans. In fact, this is more than what we need. These are somewhat frozen because I pulled them out of my freezer. I'm going to lay them down here and try to get them as even as you can along the bottom of that, on the tray there. And then all I'm going to do for these, that's about enough for us, I think, is I'm going to spray a little bit of in this case, avocado oil on them. And then I'm just going to lightly salt them. That's enough. And a little bit of pepper. And on this one, there is a setting, presetting for green beans, but I'm not going to do it that way. I want to do it more of a classic way, and this is what I like about this machine. Here's the different modes that you can have, and I've got to get my glasses on, Sue, so I can read it, but that's not the machine's problem, that's my old age. I am going to, they've got the classic cook, the probe cook, the types of favorites. By the way, you can save your favorites in the app. So the pork chops I just saved, if I come back to it, and these are different settings. I'm going to do the classic cook. I'll hit enter, and I'm going to just, let me think about how I'm going to do these. I'm going to do air fry, and that's a good way to do them, and I'm going to do them a little bit less here. I'm going to do them at about 320 degrees.
And what makes you decide this?
Oh, just as I've been cooking with it, yeah. And I'm going to go for about 12 minutes. In fact, I'm going to go for about 10 minutes. I don't think I need quite 12. And here we go, and we hit the button, and off they go.
There you go.
And that's the green beans. Now look come back to the steak for a second. The pork steaks. I just want you to see this. Pork chops.
Ooh,
they look so good. And they do need to rest for a little bit more. I like resting my meat. I like all that juice to come back up there. But I want you to see something. Look it sears it at the end. It just does a beautiful job of searing it. If I wanted it a little bit more seared, I would put it in there, and in the broiler setting I could make that happen as well. But this should be cooked to about 145 in there, and I think it is actually. And I got that piece of
perfect.
Fat there, which I like. But look at that. That is just perfect.
Perfect.
And I mean, it's even dripping. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm not sure I could have done that in my cast iron. That is good. That's done. I got an email off while I was waiting. I looked at some, so you can make a meatloaf in here.
Oh wow.
I can do onion rings, wings, which I love. So all sorts of things in here. It's like the sky's the limit. That's what I liked about the DREO. It is totally, almost limitless. I don't think it allows you to bake a cake, although maybe somebody from DREO will come back and say, no, we've done that before. I don't know. But anyhow, it really is good. Really is good.
Okay, and these are about 8 minutes.
Yeah, and they'll be done. So let me do this. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to get it all plated up. You'll see it. And then I'm going to come back and give you some of the details on how you can get one yourself. Okay, I just pulled the beans out, and by the way, I got a little nervous that I might have put in too much time, which I think I did actually, and I came back and I looked at them. I hit the pause button on the machine, opened the drawer, took a bite. They were just done perfectly on the green beans, and so I had put in originally 12 minutes, not too much time. And so it ended up being about, what, 6 minutes? 5 minutes. And they came out just great. And so I stopped it and pulled them out. So here you go. My pork chop, green beans, wonderful, and a cornbread salad. And that makes a perfect meal. And honestly, I didn't pull out any pans. I didn't do any. I pulled the green beans out of the freezer. I grabbed the steaks. It took me about 6 minutes to prep those. And put those in there, put the probe in, turn the machine on, off it goes. So there you have it. This is a machine you need. I wouldn't say it unless I really meant it, and I do mean it. I am totally impressed. I'm blown away. The DREO ChefMaker. Take a look at it. Check out the reviews. Click on the link that is in the description box. Order one. You're going to love it. It's going to make your life so much simpler. See ya.